搞点表情，哈哈哈哈！
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, how's everybody doing this evening? I'd like to introduce myself, the U-Star, and this is the Deluxe Family Show. So girls and boys, I want to see you get off your seat backs and roll to this one.
It's pretty difficult to be humble when you have that view in the background. We are right now at Ritz-Carlton Hotel on the 54th floor in the lounge, as they call it. We just had a mocktail and we just stay here to enjoy this beautiful view. One thing we have been discussing is that how friendly Chinese people are to foreigners. Okay, let's take a photo. Come in front of that. Okay. As you have seen in the clips before here, when I just stand and taking photos or whatever of Shanghai, there's always a lot of people coming up to me and want to talk to me, want to take pictures, etc. I try to say this in a humble way. If I don't, excuse me, but I feel that a lot of Chinese people are super interested in foreigners. Visst du tar massa foton även?
Yeah, and I feel like coming to, I mean, I look Asian, so I can't really say. But
Caroline is Swedish, so everyone knows that. Yeah.
But for like people looking Western, I feel like if they're traveling in China, they won't really feel alone because people will always approach and talk to them. Do you agree?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I also feel like if you were traveling alone in Europe, like in Sweden for example, you could actually go around a whole day without no one approaching you and actually talking to someone more than the restaurant you're ordering food in.
Yeah.
But here I feel like it won't happen, so it's kind of like you can go out in a bar alone and you can still feel like you will meet new friends for sure.
Absolutely, absolutely. And people approach you in the street and it's a normal thing here. I mean, I just compared to back home in Sweden, where when foreigners come to our country, we appreciate them as tourists, but you would never walk up to a foreigner and start talking to them, like where are you from, etc. We're always too busy to go to work or to go somewhere else. But here, people like stop, they want to talk to you, they want to get to know you, even though if they don't know any English at all. And I'm, you know, my Chinese is so-so.
Come ti taglia questo modello?
What? They want to try to talk to you and ask you where you're from, how old are you, what do you work with, etc.
I mean, I really like when you talk in Chinese in your videos. It's so nice. But I mean, for people that don't understand Chinese, it might not be so fun. But for me, I was like, amazing.
But is it good though?
Yeah.
Or is it
funny?
No,
I love it. I love it. That's the part that I like the most.
Okay.
Because it's just, I don't know, it's just nice.
It's a very, very basic level, okay?
No, but you're still good.
Well, I try my best. I try my best.
不是罐头手的，
这个
国外买的
800
800国外买的
euro， no 不是 euro， 人民币对。
啊，好的，中国买的。
No， 我买这个在瑞典。However, one thing that really struck me. When I got here to Shanghai this time, because you guys know that I have lived in Beijing a couple of times before, and there, when I walked on the street, it was a long time ago, and you saw a foreigner, you always like looked at that person and give him or her a little nod, like you're from the same country, from the same group, etc. But that completely changed since I got here, because here you see foreigners all over the place, so you don't really feel a connection to them in the same way as you do in like Beijing.
That happens to me when I'm in Sweden. When Asian people pass, they're always looking like they know me or something.
We're from the same gang. San Pellegrino, very good.
I've been visiting China like since I was a kid, maybe every third year. And I have really noticed a change that before there was basically no Western people, and now I feel like sometimes there can be in a restaurant or bar, and I'm the only Asian-looking person in that bar. So it's really changing.
Yeah.
In a good and a bad way. I do think what I like is that I can still get part of the Western word if I want, and I can also take part of the Chinese word. So I like it. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I also choose to be in Shanghai, because I can get both words.
So we really want to get the sunset from this place. So we're a bit in a hurry because the sun is setting. So now we're headed in to a place that we think is Ritz-Carlton Hotel. It totally feels that Shanghai right now is the equivalent to like New York or London or whatever. Of course, the majority of people here are Chinese, of course. Yeah. But still, you can hang out with mostly only foreigners. And you don't even have to speak Chinese to live in this city.
Yeah.
And there are so many communities with different, from different countries, like the Swedish community, where a bunch of people here that you can just hang out with Swedish people if you want. But that's not really why we moved here, right?
Yeah. They say that there's 26 million people in Shanghai.
28.
28?
I heard 28.
Yeah, but then someone told me, I'm not sure if this is true or not,
yeah.
But someone told me that how they did the survey was that they went to apartments and houses and they asked how many people are living here. And the people usually say 2 people, but actually there's more people.
Okay.
So they say that this is just a number that's not accurate.
Yeah.
That in real life it's way, way more. Because they would say it's 2 people, but actually it's living 5 people in the apartment.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure, but if that's true, then it means that maybe it's 20% more, or maybe 30%.
Yeah,
more.
it's a lot of people.
There's a lot of
people.
A lot of people. There's a lot of people.
Like,
Less than an hour, but that's it. Like it won't go over 1 hour.
Less than an hour in queue.
Yeah.
One thing that I've also noticed is that people are very open to share their contact information here.
Yeah.
Compared to back home. It doesn't take many minutes until you have their WeChat in your phone, and you can contact anyone from like a CEO of a big company to the, I don't know, the receptionist. You get usually very easy contact with people here, and especially Chinese people. Den här gamla damen ville att jag skulle ge henne i WeChat, jag vet inte om det är business eller vad det är.
So one thing you have to add is that it's very easy to get to know people here in Shanghai, but people also changing. There are a lot of people here are limited time, maybe a half year, 1 year, 2 years, and you make your friends, but then they disappear as well. So it's also like positive and negative, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely. You get to know a lot of people, but usually they're here just for a short period of time. So the closer relationship are difficult to get here, but the amount of relationships are easier.
Yeah. So sometimes I can miss someone that, you know, in Sweden I have friends that know me for maybe 18 years. Those friends you cannot really find here. Yeah. And then actually when you meet someone that is Swedish, you connect very fast because you basically like, you cannot understand how it is.
Yeah, it feels like, okay, we must have some friends in common.
Yeah. And also that's how I know Magnus. It's through a friend, and she's also here in Shanghai.
Victoria.
Exactly.
Yeah. Victoria Chan 是我的朋友。
类似，这不是这个人是他的朋友。
他是我的朋友，他有一个公司的衣服是瑞典的，公司的衣服在瑞典的女人。We are headed in now, and I don't know if you're allowed to film in there, so I'm gonna keep the camera down, and when we get up there, I'm gonna bring it up to show to you guys, okay? Let's...
So far I love it. So
yeah, I love it too. This city is amazing.
Yes, and we're going for a fintech event later, or like meetup.
That's true. That's true.
That was today's vlog. So please hit the subscribe button. I don't know where it is, if it's there or there or there. Magnus will be super happy. Okay, see you.
Bye bye.